for the fight against Jason? Put him away, pet away.
Well, Joe's in very good form at the moment. We've had a terrific training camp. He's very fast at the moment. He's very, very strong. I think that we're going to see a really nice performance. He's going to come out letting his hands go from the first bell, and I don't think there's too many fighters at this level who will last too many rounds with Joe when he lets his full arsenal of combinations go.
This sounds a little different from your approach to your last fight with Irinu Costa. I think you wanted him to box and gather the rounds and accumulate it. But this
no,
time
that's not what I said at all.
Oh, it wasn't? Sorry.
And if you actually watched the fight, you would have saw from the first bell, Joe came out letting his hands go.
So it's the same approach?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, look, the last fight was his best performance of his professional career. From the first bell, he started throwing punches, both to the head and the body.
Okay.
And because of the exciting way he fought, we got worldwide acclaim. When you get guys like Dan Raphael posting the fight on his Twitter page, saying, hey, this is a heavyweight that you need to watch, you know you're on the right thing, on the right path. It's very important for me that we keep this momentum going in this fight. So I don't want Joe to take his foot off the pedal here. I need a similar style performance. One of working to the head and the body, throwing a lot of punches and battering his opponent until he breaks him down.
Do you feel his power he got that knockout power, like as demonstrated in his last fight?
You've got to get better with your questions. Okay, you really do.
Yeah.
Joe is a very powerful fighter, and I think we saw that in his last performance when he knocked Vita Costa out with one punch. He has one punch knockout power. He's very, very heavy-handed.
Yeah. I mean, David Price fought Irinu Costa. I don't know whether you caught that fight.
Yes, of course, I catch everything.
And he lasted, I think it was a 6.
He knocked him down 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a different story knocking somebody down 3 times and then hitting him on the chin and knocking him cold.
And then Christian Hammer, who fought Irinu, fought Tyson Fury last Sunday.
Yes.
And that was an impressive win as well. What do you think of these guys, like Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury's a very, very big man. Anyone who's 6'9" and can get up on his toes and box and change from orthodox to southpaw is a fighter to be reckoned with. You know, Fury's a very good fighter and a very big man. And one of my goals for Joe this year is to get in with some big guys and to actually bring them into our training camp so we start working with some really big heavyweights. And when I say that, I'm not talking about 6'4", 6'5". I'm talking about guys 6'7" to 6'9". So that's on our radar for this year. At the end of March, we are leaving for Florida to spar Vladimir Klitschko. And there's no bigger man in the world than Klitschko. So we're going to have a good line then on how Joe performs against a big heavyweight.
Another sparring partner that's going to be there is Joshua Anthony.
Well, that's unconfirmed.
Okay. Have you ever?
No, don't ask me a silly question. Have we ever sparred him?
What do you think of Joshua Anthony?
I think Anthony Joshua is a very good fighter.
Yeah.
He's a fighter who's been brought along on a very similar path to Joseph Parker. It's a fighter that people are looking at Joe and they're looking at Joshua and they see them both on a collision course for the future. And for enable that fight to happen, both fighters need to keep developing, improving, and most importantly, both fighters need to stay undefeated. But Anthony Joshua is a very good fighter.
Do you think we could see that fight maybe this year or next year?
No, we definitely won't see that fight this year.
Okay.
That's the sort of fight that will happen when it means something, when both guys are positioning themselves for a world title shot.
Okay. Finally, May 2nd, are you going to be there in Las Vegas at the actual fight?
Yes, I'm going to be at the fight on May 2nd with my best mate, Rich Moriarty.
Okay. That's super exciting. What's your predictions for the fight?
I've always thought that it's a style fight, and I've always thought that Mayweather's style cancels out Pacquiao. I've been saying that for the last 6-7 years, so I'm not going to change my prediction now. I think Mayweather outboxes him and keeps Pacquiao. Mayweather's a bigger guy. Pacquiao's come up too many weight divisions. He's too short and he's too wide and open for Mayweather. I think Mayweather wins a comfortable decision fight.
You didn't see any weaknesses in his last fight with Maidana? Like, you didn't see any vulnerability? Like, he didn't appear as invincible as he used to be, like against Canelo, right?
Well, I think both fighters are definitely on the slide. You've you know, since they first were going to make this fight, you know, Pacquiao's had a knockout loss and a decision loss. So he's been beaten twice in the last couple of years.
But one was controversial, and one he took the fight with Marquez for the 4th time because Mayweather was not taking him on, right? So, you know, if you fight someone...
That's a bad excuse, and you can't make excuses like that. Every time, he knows what he gets himself in for every time he fights Marquez.
Okay.
He was well prepared for Marquez.
But seeing that dominant performance against Algeria, you don't feel he could, like, he could be as dominant as he was then?
No, I don't. No, okay. I don't think... I don't think Pacquiao is strong enough to beat Mayweather.
You don't think Mayweather could knock out Pacquiao, right? I mean,
no, I don't.
Okay.
No.
So it's going to go a full distance.
I think it's a decision fight.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting there. Yeah.
All right.